All right, now so we are waiting on John Cena to hit the stage. I'm tired. Your boy's tired. I told you I'm going to bring you this. It's not going to be a full thing, but you want to see on stage. So people are now following. You got both sides over here. So it should be good, and the stage is right there.
We got some more anime voice actors that are going to come through. We got some events. We're going to party happening. So I expect to see all of you out there busting sweat, breaking it down, and have more fun with us into the night.
Can you hear me? All right, can you hear me? First of all, I want to say thank you for your presence and for your patience. I was in the back meeting and talking to some people that arranged for a VIP meeting. I want to thank you very much for being patient. We're going to talk with you today, not at you. I know you got questions. I got answers. We're going to try to rapid fire this answer. So let's get it going. Over here, let's go. Talk repeating white. So growing up, I did not have a lot of diversity. When did I start to get exposed to diversity in my life? I was lucky enough to go to dormitory school out in Western Massachusetts called Bushy Academy. Only 450 students. My roommate teacher. Instead of having to fight uphill about I listen to hip hop and everybody in West Caribbean, that's not what we listen to. I walked into a safe space where we would have battles about who's better, Tribe Called Quest or Snoop? So,
what's up, John Cena? Big time fan. I'm here representing as a ref. I'm a pro ref. I ref at NTW, it's North Texas Wrestling. I am trying to be a ref. So, but my question is for Peacemaker, actually.
Sure.
So, the end, I hope I'm not spoiling it for anybody, but at the very end, when you come out, you see all the DC people.
Yes.
Did you pop any of them when you told Jason Momoa to go, freak? Did you? I can't really say the words as kids here, but
we're dancing around a lot of stuff here. Peacemaker is an adult show, and our audience is.
Can I go ahead and say what you said?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay. That's why I asked. You know what I'm talking about, then?
Yeah, of course. When I went to
Okay.
Aquaman, it's no coitus of fish.
It's okay.
To be used to get that point across. That makes the point across.
How many takes did it take?
Honestly, it was like 4:30 in the morning, so we only did it. And the craziest thing that happened. Craziest moment of my life, bar none. Thank you so much. What I'm here.
Hey, question. So growing up, I remember, look, you kind of had a certain cadence about you that I could relate to. You were mentioning Allen Iverson, jerseys, a lot of hip hop.
And the craziest thing that happened. Craziest moment of my life, bar none. Thank you so much. What I'm here.
Hey, question. So growing up, I remember, look, you kind of had a certain cadence about you that I could relate to. You were mentioning Allen Iverson, jerseys, a lot of hip hop.
I got exposed to pop culture.
That's what's up.
Here we go. Johnson, I like the courage. So I will say I have wonderful moments from Star Wars. One of my favorites, one of my most impactful Star Wars moments is actually from episode 1. That one I'm going to keep with me, I'm not going to let you know, but it's a very impactful one. What I love about the Star Wars movies is it truly is like Campbell's hero's journey. It really, they do a great job with storytelling. Actually, because of that, I would like to say Empire Strikes Back. I think everyone in this room will probably have their opinion and give their answer of why. I think it's brave to do a whole movie and not have the ending you want. Commit that it is a piece of the journey. Like, you want to talk about long-term storytelling? Setting a movie up as a standalone piece of this is the middle, and we're cool with that. I thought that was very brave at the time. I still remember it as a kid, so I'm going with that.
Inspiration for me, and this CD that you can see in the album meant a lot for me in my childhood, and I was wondering what it meant for you creating this album, and what is your favorite song?
Thank you so much. The favorite song this time is Now, hands down, because I wake up with nightmares to that song. I heard it so much, but no, that's my favorite song. It was a big risk. I financed the album myself, and I pretty much handed it to WWE at a time where I didn't have a lot of money, and it was not cheap to do. But what a great example of bet on yourself. If I'm gonna make an investment, I don't gamble, I don't go to casinos, I don't do any of that stuff. I always think the safest bet is the bet you place on yourself. And every time I see one of those CDs, it makes me feel good because that was the biggest bet at the time I'd ever placed on myself. So with enough time, people can see, kids in the crowd. People can see through BS. So be the truth and be authentic as much as you can. That's not easy, by the way, but that's what I've learned. Thank you. How about yes. 5 minutes. All right, here we go. 5-minute warning. Hey.
I was wondering if I could take a picture with you.
Gosh. How can I say no to that? I can't. I totally can't. All right. So, very cool. Thank you for this. I don't want to lose it. Very cool for asking, but like, here's what I like about that moment. Everything is a no until you ask, right? Everything is a no until you ask. And what courage on a young person to be like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm going for it. I like it. Okay.
I mean, pretty much just, made us grow up loving wrestling and everything. When I went to Backlash, I saw you get emotional. What does Randy and the rivalry and y'all's chemistry mean to you?
Okay, that's a tough question because again, I don't want to spoil a good TV show. I think you guys as an audience got to see that play out in real time. And I look forward to every episode we have until December. Hopefully we can revisit that question in January. I'd love to do that. But I don't want to spoil the show for nobody.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah. If there was a musical, what part would I play?
No, there's a John Cena musical, one of the opening scenes.
The opening scene, let's make?
Yes.
It would be a song called Why the F Are You Guys Here at John Cena Music? There's something truly wrong. Yes, that's it.
Hi, from an interview that you did a few years ago, you talked about how you like K-pop.
Yes.
What's your favorite K-pop song?
So, man, I gotta say, because I don't want, again, I gotta speak truthfully and authentically. K-pop so J-Hope is my guy, but I don't necessarily like K-pop. I gravitated towards BTS. And honestly, like, it's amazing music. The dance routines are flawless. They look so beautiful. What I love is people who looked and acted like they had it all, being open with their emotions and telling other people to start practicing self-love. And that hit me at a time in my life where I needed to practice some self-love. So like we hit it off on a personal level. And since then we've connected with each other, we've shot videos, we've seen them. I've never seen one of their shows, but I don't want to speak unauthentically and untruthfully. If I get a chance to listen to music when I'm alone, I rarely listen to music. It is old blues and outlaw country. But what K-pop, what BTS specifically did for me is they found me in the right time in my life to give me hope and inspiration to who they are as people. And that's like, hey, you never know who you can reach. You reach the 48-year-old dude who is struggling with self-worth, and I appreciate you for that. That's a great question. I hope you don't mind the answer. I was trying to be truthful. Right. Is it true or what?
You ship off your tattoo? The rumors?
No, this is the last question.
So there's a ship between Bobby and everybody else, and then is it Victoria? Do you ship them?
What? Am I involved in shipping and receiving? Is that what you're asking? I ship out my hands every now and again. That's what I also receive those on occasions. Because I couldn't understand half of the vernacular used in that question, I gotta say that's an internet rumor. We're gonna bust that myth right now. We got one more question. All right. Final question.
Are you ever going to be associated with the MCU?
Man, this kid knew he was last. Yes, you sir just became a man. So, I don't know who goes to these conventions, but if anybody in the MCU is in the room, I hope they heard that question and heard what I heard. I'm like, man, we'd like to see John Cena as a Marvel superhero. Thank you for the applause. I know we all love a good rivalry, right? Here's what I know about comics and superheroes. They unparalleled to sports entertainment fans. The fandom and the passion that I see in the superhero universe, whether it's DC or Marvel, reminds me of passionate WWE fans. Here is my vision, here is my hope for the future. Everybody plays nice in the same sandbox. I would love Iron Man to shake hands with Superman. I would love to see all superheroes across all platforms be involved in a universe. So, if that happens and I get my wish as a member of the DC, I would essentially walk into the MCU. I don't write the checks and make the parts, so right now my answer's gotta be no. But I hope there is a world where I see all these passionate people come for comics and superheroes. I hope we can have different debates because it'll just give us more stories to tell and more creativity. And I know I'm gonna get punched in the face by critics for saying this, but my long-term vision is we can tell stories with the characters from both sides of the fence. Can we always get along and make some good comic books and stories?
All right, so that was John Cena. I hope y'all guys enjoyed that. Expo's been great. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, guys. And I always remember to do it the right way.